Huh, I was surprised. Watch this. Bam.
Whoa. Look at you.
Yeah!
Well, we're here to play some D&D tonight, joined by some lovely cast members, joined by some lovely people in chat. Even you, Con, you are a lovely person.
The ever lovely Con.
The ever lovely Con. But yeah, so we're here to play some D&D. It is Wednesday night. We are playing our Wildemount campaign. A couple old things before we get started. We are sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. If you are in the need of some great dice, go ahead and hop on down to our Twitch page and scroll to the bottom. Use the link there. And promo code FeatherFall, get 10% off your first order. It is great. Everybody loves dice. I mean, why not help them, help us, help you with your dice habit? We are also sponsored by Found Familiar Coffee. If you are in need of some coffee, which I got my second glass of the night. I know, coffee at night. Whew. It's gonna be a rough one. But if you need some coffee, go to foundfamiliar.com/featherfall. Use promo code FeatherFall. Get 10% off that order there as well. Now, we are also sponsored by a pretty amazing company. It's a conglomerate at this point. It's a borderline monopoly, okay, folks, but we still support them. It's Ty.
Did we get Disney as a sponsor?
It's Ty and DM Emporium. Take it away, Ty.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ty, trying to get this small little thing called DM Emporium off the ground. It's basically just trying to make a one-stop shop, so no matter what you're looking for your D&D experiences, whether it be dice tower, everything from Viking drinking horns, if you're playing a barbarian, to like a, faux chalices, if you're playing more of a, bard who prefers the finer things in life, we'll find something there that'll fit your character and will fit every character, because everybody knows every character deserves their own set of dice, and especially if you can get the metal dice, you can feel that weight of destiny in your hand. And if you check out and use the code FeatherFall, you get 10% off of your order, and 10% goes to building this wonderful community for all the one-shots and beautiful people that you see here. So go ahead and check it out. Use that code, and most of all, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Because by us, I mean me. It's just me.
This guy.
But who has two thumbs and is this guy?
But they own the majority of the market share. So.
Oh, yeah.
And also, Con, full caffeine. There's no decaf in my house. I don't know what you're thinking.
Not a thing.
But that's all the sponsors.
I feel that.
So schedule, every Wednesday night we're here playing Beyond Amends, our Wildemount campaign. Every Sunday we have a game going. One Sunday is Star Wars Force and Destiny. The other Sunday is Curse of Strahd. This last weekend was Curse of Strahd. We we had a 3-hour combat. It was intense. And there was a point in time I did not think we were going to make it, but the tables had turned, and we came through. They ran. We took out one of the witches.
You broke the coven, yeah.
We broke the Sea Hag witch coven. And we barely made it out. And so that's every Sunday. That was last Sunday, or every other Sunday. And then this upcoming Sunday is going to be Force and Destiny. They just left the planet Corellia and are back on Coruscant. So come join us as they decide what they want to do. It's kind of open-ended, and the party doesn't really know what they want to do next. So who knows? And then every other Monday, we're here doing one-shots. We just had a lovely Lightless Beacon Call of Cthulhu game. It was great. Not fun. This coming Monday, but next Monday we'll be venturing back into Uncaged Anthology Volume 1 with They Came from the Forest. So I'll be DMing that. I haven't checked if there's any spots left, but
They fled?
They fled from the forest. That's it. Thank you. I messed that one up.
In case anybody is a fan of that one, come see it played. It's really awesome.
It's going to be fun. I was reading through it and I'm like, nice. Yeah, I haven't checked if it's full yet, but if you're interested in playing some games with us, join our Discord. It's popping with Cranky showing his cosplay of Cthulhu. It was so good. But yeah, come hang out with us. We also do have another campaign starting. It is going to be Beneath the Umbral Veil, I think is what it's titled.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Nailed it. It will be a
Nailed
Call of
it.
Cthulhu campaign, so all of those spots have been filled. We also have another D&D campaign in the works. It is the Runefast Wars. Nope.
Gateway Wars.
It was the Runefast, now it's the Gateway Wars.
Yep.
That's right. That will be played on Saturdays. So a lot of stuff happening. We're getting it all going. Those 2 games should be coming here within the month, I hope. Probably sometime in August, maybe end of August.
Yep.
I worked out the overlay for the Call of Cthulhu game. Tons of fun. It's gonna be great.
It looks pretty sharp.
So
Basically, what you're saying is, join us for adventure.
exactly. If you want to join us for adventure, Ty will DM that to you into your DM mailbox, and you can replay it over and over again for life.
Your whole life.
It's actually a haunting. But no, we're here to play D&D. So that was a 7-minute intro, longer than normal, but yeah, we're here to do it. So last week, the party. So it's actually, we're going to call it episode 8 and 7.5. So episode 8 was broken into 2 bits. We had some technical difficulties, but the party that we did have went to Burnished Bibelots, and they met a nice gnomish fellow where they bought some books on vampires and happened to buy the Tobin's Spirit Guide, and had the same numbers, but nothing else seemed to correlate with those numbers. It's just written there. And then the other half of the party decided to go see if they could find Bilbus's friends at the Nestled Nook. They ran into Elijah, where he found a note, or he lifted it off of Bilbus. It could be real, could be fake Bilbus. We don't know. But it said meet at the crossroads for the Trost 10. And so Fwylon and Brant scouted ahead, met some workers. Brant tried to ask if they had their permits and kick them out of there. They didn't really yield. They just kept working and ignored your authority. You guys then successful stealth rolls, hid in the trees until it started, and to come to find out, the Trost 10 was a pyramid scheme for some lotion that Fwylon luckily passed her Constitution save and did not go paralyzed, but it did numb a little bit, and then she decided to wipe that lotion right on the leader's face. His whole mouth and bottom half went numb, and a fight ensued. You were successful. Nobody fell. There was a lot of them, though. And you were able to save one. There's one left, and that's exactly where we left off. And we'll take it from there. So, what do y'all want to do? Let's get the music going, too.
So, almost instantly, Brant turns to he turns to Quincy. He's like, "So we'll need to speak a little bit about whatever you hit me with. I was fine until you knocked me out. That was impressive, but ouch."
I knew you could take it. It's fine.
And I have very different ideas of fine.
Oh, actually, I thought it was your Echo Knight. That I was getting,
The thing that looks like a shadow and nothing like me, or even on fire. That's okay. No, I see what you're saying. What you're saying.
In the heat of the moment, I can't tell you apart.
Oh no! Don't worry. You'll have plenty of chances to study. You know? Who the hell is this guy? Let's take a look. He bends down and pulls the hood off.
Yeah, you've never seen this female before, and you appears to be not from, well, could be from Trust Involved, but doesn't appear to be anybody you've recognized.
So, there's definitely someone. Should we take them in? Do we tell them that, oh shit, we should probably go and uncover more faces to see if, who wants to take over under whether Tip is in here? And he starts going holding back other loads to see if See if there's anybody that they recognize that they've met.
Sure.
I'll,
Oh,
I'll help as well. I also want to try to get a sample of the lotion. So if any of them that I'm checking has any of it, I'll pocket that.
Yeah. So the leader has a small glass jar of it. But Brant and I think Lysander, you said you're helping, and Quince, you guys are slowly, kind of demasking, de-hooding people. Wide variety of people, wide variety of races. Nobody you've recognized off the top of your head that's like, whoa, this is Tip. This is nobody out of anybody you've seen. And the leader and the two guards that were with him, 3 guards that were with him, they were not wearing a hood. They were just in red robes and their hoods were down. So you did see their face when you were in combat.
I'm gonna take out the permits that they showed for the 2 workers, and I'm just gonna pocket those to take back to the Raina's dad, the lady in charge.
Starosta.
Starosta.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. And then if you do remember, there was a cart that they got the lotion from initially. So there is that, just a few, maybe 200 feet down the eastern road there.
They also mentioned.
You cut out at the end there. What was that, Belle?
They mentioned a camp.
They did.
Do we know which way?
It's probably down the road from the cart in the direction that they were going.
Sounds good to me. Let's
I'm gonna search the cart.
Yeah, so you find in the cart, you do find a small satchel. But then in the back of the cart, you find 10 more of these vials of lotion. And then a small stack of the pamphlets.
The person,
pamphlets that say nothing helpful.
the person in the robe, they're just unconscious, right?
The one that, yes, they're not.
The one we haven't killed.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Is there an animal pulling the cart?
No, it was like a
hand cart?
rickshaw kind of cart.
A wheelbarrow.
Yeah. It's not very big.
So, who's going to talk to this one?
I was wondering if we wanted to keep that cultist unconscious for now, or wake them up and get information before we head anywhere.
Well, I think it would be good to know where this camp is, so we're not wandering around. Maybe it's off trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Perhaps.
Do you think the guy that ran off might have been heading towards the camp or away from the camp?
I thought we got him.
Well, he is dead, but
well, he's unconscious. And
which way was he running? No, it's the ones that I killed.
Oh yes.
I didn't think we caught up with him because he went off the map. My bad.
I can shoot 120 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bell smoked him.
Yeah, I just flat out forgot that happened. Sorry.
I can shoot very far away.
Well, the question remains, though, do we think he was running in the direction of his camp, or do we think he was running away?
Speaking to the captive might help us there, and we could find out exactly why they were so murderous about this. It's a shitty product, but I did not expect them all to draw weapons.
They just care very deeply about it, apparently.
What was their plan with this? They were going to go to the festival and sell this stuff?
I suppose so, but could be something more sinister. besides the fact that it turns you numb.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put it in the water. Just kidding.
We can ask this one.
Would you like me to slap him awake? Or
I-
shake him? Or is there another way you know of doing it better?
Maybe.
I have a medicine kit with me. I think that might be enough. I probably don't used to
It's probably
waste a
better.
bit of magic on it.
There you
So
go.
can I try to wake up this cultist?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. First roll of the night. Let's see how it goes. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say in your medicine kit, you don't really use any of like the healing stuff in there. You can't like it's almost like smelling salts that you just give him right under his nose, and he's like, oh, what happened?
Hey there.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Hello, thank you for. I was attacked by these hooligans, and appreciate you bringing me back. Wait, you are the hooligans.
Oh, that is so mean. We are so much more than hooligans.
Amethel just kind of does a who me? And it's very mute.
Oh no!
What a thing to say to the person who just woke you up.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you all just knocked me out too, so.
Oh, we're trying to be fair now. You tried to kill us, so, 6 of one, half a fuck you.
Whoa. True, but I mean, it was for a good cause, clearly.
Clearly. What was that, by the way? To hawk hand lotions and make money? You know what? I'm done talking. Somebody else talk to this. And I'm gonna walk away.
Is there some other cause than to sell these lotions that makes people numb?
Well, I mean, it's to try and make as much money as we can, right? It's everybody wants to climb that social ladder.
Oddly, people who want to climb the social ladder do not attack people with weapons the moment that there's some kind of dissent.
And why
I mean, to
why
be
make lotion with the numbing?
I think that's just
That sounds nefarious.
It sounds like a bad side effect of some of a bad batch, I think. But I mean, to be
Oh,
fair,
sure.
he got slapped first, and then we.
Well, no,
threw
He
weapons.
got slapped. I did not pull a weapon or attempt to kill him until weapons were drawn. And
I wonder if we should test this whole batch on you and see if it's all bad.
I think it is all bad. We tested it already.
there's
But
no
yet-
reason to torture them. We'll just kill them when we're done.
Well, what is the plan with this lotion? You are going to the Zenith Festival and going to sell it?
Yeah, that's. I mean, we have a booth all set up. All the.
Well, you had a booth. You no longer are going to have one after we speak to the Starosta.
Well, we've already paid, and our permits are there.
Well, that is not a concern.
You're
that
dead,
we
you
should-
freaking moron!
We don't worry about that now.
You slaughtered us all. Oh my goodness!
Look around, idiot!
How do you
Better stop dicking
how
around.
do you sleep with yourself at night, slaughtering innocent people?
You literally tried to kill us.
I think it was more self-defense.
Was it?
No, definitely
Oh, it's
not.
self-defense for 15 to attack. Alright, that's it. Let's see. This finger, and he grabs his finger. You like this one?
Oh, not do this.
Alright, fine, I won't do this, but... Jesus
I
Christ,
think-
get your head on straight. What
I
do you
think
you're-
I think we let the Starosta deal with this. You can say all you want.
Can I insight check them? It's not to see if they're lying, but to see if they believe their own bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. it.
How damaged are you?
Oh, that's 12.
You get the idea that he's drank the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid. But is he serious that he sees that was an acceptable escalation from a slap was going to murder.
Yeah, I would say he definitely sees that as acceptable.
Cool, but not the return murder. Return murder was not acceptable.
It's too much. Cross
Too
the
much
line.
murder. There's too much murder.
Too much murder. Murder of the wrong sort of people. All right.
And he's gonna stand up.
No.
No, this is fine. You will take us to your camp.
What camp?
Where you
So
make
when-
this lotion. We would really like to see it. Your facilities.
Oh, I don't make the lotion. I just sell it.
Where
Where do
did
you-
you test it? Because you mentioned already that you were part of testing it.
Where? Well, I mean, we test it when we hold these things here. We've actually been traveling from Mofffield. That's kind of where we were staying, but I think the leader here, he has a different camp that we don't get to go to.
So if you're interested in investing in this sort of thing, where would we go for that?
Well, you would have to talk to the leader, but he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, who else would know?
Well, I guess I'm the leader now, so if you want to give me your money, I will take
Congratulations.
50 gold and I will give you supplies sent to your
No.
house. The deal is you get 3 people to join and they give
Where's
you 50
Amanda?
gold.
That was the NPC who was
Yeah.
my
Was that
first recruit
was that her
that
name?
I saved. I'm pretty sure her name was Amanda.
Something generic.
She ran.
I pulled her out of the group.
Yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, I don't think she stuck around
Okay, that's
after the fighting started.
So-
let me get this straight. The thing is, everybody just gives money to the person above them, and then they never get anything back
did you
until they get people below them.
know a Bilbus?
Bilbus. Oh, Gnome? Is that who it was?
Is that a gnome?
Yeah, she joined not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the same level as you were.
I was barely here.
He wasn't very good. But back to your question on how you make money. No, so here's how it goes, okay? I get a percentage of everything I sell. And then if I
We
recruit
don't.
people, I get a smaller percentage of what they sell. And do you see how much money you can make?
You're
is boring.
talking nonsense.
So imagine
is
if I
boring.
recruit 10 people, I get 3% of 10 people. That's 30%.
Do you like being unconscious?
Oh no, I like to be conscious very much so.
Then only. Okay, here's
You asked how money works. I feel like you
Is this
don't want to
fair?
hear the answer.
I'm going to
Can
hurt
I-
you very badly.
I think we fast track this to the Starosta, and
I'm also
we move on.
curious. Who brought Bilbus into the group?
I don't remember. It was Jonathan over there.
Oh, poor Jonathan, he's dead now. No, who did Bilbus recruit in order to get to the next level?
Oh, he did. He was terrible. He didn't recruit anybody yet.
Well, she recruited someone. So,
Well, so how it works is you either recruit people, or you sell. And so he sold like 2 or 3 lotions, I think.
and how many have you sold?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds. You're a liar.
I'm not.
he is something special.
You sold hundreds, but you are not on the level to go to the camp. But my level was the one that they were inviting back to the camp.
No, I don't think you would have been back to the camp. What are you? You're new here.
That is what the leader said. So you are lying, I think?
Hey, do you like to make money? How's this? You tell the truth, and I will pay you.
Okay.
Show us the camp.
How much money are you going to pay me?
Oh
Show
no!
us the
See, I will pay you once I receive an item. I don't like to pay before I get them. See, because I'm someone who is not a moron like you.
Oh well, I guess we're just calling names now, I suppose. Well, just take me
We're
to
far past that.
Take me to the Starosta, and I'll go ahead and tell them how you attacked us, and we were self-defense.
Oh yes, your one story against our four. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. You know what? Should we pile your friends?
wait.
You seem not to have any remorse for them. You
And
didn't
he
seem to like.
kind of counts you all. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's actually 5 of you, not 4.
Jesus Christ! It's time to kill him.
I have a headache.
How have we? Is your brother Tip?
You
Nothing.
Just-
Bad question.
And as you guys are kind of talking, you do see a passerby coming. It's still, early afternoon. Well, no, it's
Yeah,
dusk.
there's dead
actually.
bodies everywhere.
Yeah, and there's dead bodies everywhere. The passerby
We should prop.
stops and goes,
It's fine.
and just like backs up and just turns around and walks away.
good call.
Yeah.
Did that passerby go towards the city or away from the city?
He was coming from the north, and so the city would be to the south. They stopped, and then they went back north.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. I think we should probably get these bodies out of the road and maybe put on the stage or stow them somewhere.
Probably not on this stage.
Well, we do have a wagon that I can pull back into town.
It's a hand cart. I don't know if we can fit all those people in a
There's
hand
a
cart.
lot. Well,
Like sort of like fold them up.
Yeah, there's like
Anyone
12
have like
people.
a vacuum bag?
Jesus.
we at least need to move them off the road.
All right.
Well,
Rattle
right.
just start mechanically just dragging them off the
And
road.
the guy will chime in. He goes, "Well, you could just cut them up, I suppose."
See, this is the thing. You are a
Is
psychopath.
it, so hold
Alright,
on,
weirdo.
hold on. Is this something that you've done before?
I mean, clearly your lack of morality I would assume that's what you would do anyways.
No, is that I'm asking, is that something that you have done before?
No, I've never. I'm sorry, I've never cut anybody up.
And
But you're
then,
perfectly willing to murder someone. It's fine. No. Mumbles as he keeps
Murder, self-defense. Potato.
I think Amethyl is going to go help Brant while that's going on, and just suggest to him quietly, for a group that's all about recruitment, say to burn the note after reading it.
This is true.
Oh, that seems a little counterintuitive, wouldn't you say?
Do you have any spells that force people to tell the truth? Because, I mean, it'll either let me hurt him or...
Don't have anything at the moment, no.
I have no idea how he is not taking this seriously, but, I mean... would you... How healthy is he right now? Could I,
He's
hurt
like
him?
one hit point.
I know.
He's pretty fragile. He's pretty fragile. I just woke him up with some smelling salts.
You know what? I have an idea.
Oh.
But that's great. After he's gonna go over and he's gonna just take the guys. Does he have? I assume he has like a pouch full of money and stuff like that from
All the sales.
He has a small satchel.
sales.
The hundreds of sales he's had.
All right, so let's take a look at these. Brant's gonna lift it and take it off and start to open it and kind of rifle through it and see what's inside.
Yeah, he has 75 gold in there.
Well, look at this, 75 gold.
Oh, so
No, that means
along
you're
with
recruited.
murder, now you steal.
All right, that is enough out of you. If you are going to continue to try morally high ground me while 15 of you tried to kill one person for slapping somebody who was in charge of your bullshit little group, that is it. There's enough of you. And at that, Brant's hair is going to go on fire and his pupils are going to light up and he's going to get right in an inch away from him and he's like, I know you can feel the heat of my anger. And if you want to try to morally high ground me one more time, I will finish the job. If you're none of you used to me, then you will die here. And there will be no one to tell your story or continue the thrust involved 10. Now answer questions like you know the danger you are in.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage. I love it.
Phylon on the side just like, do you know that you can get the wrong answers by trying to force someone? By coercing, you can coerce the wrong answers out of someone by using force.
Oh, he's not giving us any answers anyway. That's a 22.
A 22. He kind of scoots on his butt a little bit as you kind of turn that bright red, orangish, like that blaze color. He's like, whoa. He puts his hands up. Just what do you want to know?
Take this seriously. Answer their questions. I'm done talking to you.
I have
And
answered
Brent's
all
gonna
of the
turn away
questions
and
you've
leave it to
asked me.
everybody.
If you are not in the camp with the leader, where was your camp?
Oh, I live in Offield. I have a nice little apartment there.
Where did you meet with the others? Because you all arrived at roughly the same time.
Oh no, we all received a note and they said to meet here at dusk. I was one of the first ones. I was a little early. It's a long walk from Offield, so it was a couple-day trip.
Mm-hmm. And you did not camp anywhere along the way with others?
No, it was just me. I don't know
Okay.
anybody else in Offield.
Do you happen to still have that note by any chance?
I know it said burn after reading.
How did you receive it?
Did, okay.
It was from Courier? Just standard mail.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were actually a cultist, I would kill you, but we must bring you in instead, so...
Wait, you all think I'm a cultist?
No.
It's pretty clear.
We're just trying to make money.
Sure. With poisoned lotion.
It was a bad batch. We just found
Bullshit.
it out here.
Bull.
That guy's gonna murder me if I lie.
So, you say it was a bad batch, but when I asked the leader about why it was either Amanda or Amber, when the other
Amber.
woman's, her arms went numb, and I asked the leader, and he said that was normal.
Well, all the stuff I've sold, I've never had that happen. Now I don't use the product myself.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Can I do it too?
Well,
Absolutely.
never mind.
Nope.
Oh.
6 total.
Amethyl, please!
All right.
Use your wisdom!
Use my wisdom. All right, let's see. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, you get the idea. He's pretty scared. And
Okay.
he's not... He hasn't broken, like, tone of voice, anything like that. So it appears to be truthful. But, at the end he says he's never put it on himself.
Here's what I think. I think as far as he knows, he's telling the truth. Now, it could be that he's new to the organization and he just hasn't been let in on all of their real goal missions. It would make sense, right? If you were planning something nefarious, you wouldn't tell necessarily everybody that you just brought in.
There's a lot that isn't adding up, because if that was a known bad batch, why would they give it to new recruits who would, obviously see something wrong with that?
My thought is that they wanted to take it into town for the festival, spread it far and wide, knowing it was going to have that effect. Now, just a guess, but if it had that effect and folks couldn't raise their arms, they can't easily cast spells or use weapons or defend themselves in any effective manner. So maybe previous batches were fine and that's how they roped folks in, and this batch was designed with ill intent for the festival. That's my guess.
Whether that's you distribute to the festival, they take it home, they are paralyzed, you walk into their home, you take everything you wish.
So
Or something, I don't know, but
I suppose
yeah.
my confusion is, if they were trying to convince me to sell this, why would they give me the bad batch?
Well, you are just a messenger, right? Like, You said this. They know
Or
you
they-
sold it to.
I think they were doing a very bad job.
Well, this is also an organizational meeting that was highly secret. If it's designed to encourage recruits, why burn the notes? Why not bring a million friends and spread the news far and wide? Why the secrecy of the meeting location? It doesn't make sense.
No, it does not.
Why kill Bilbis?
It's probably nefarious in nature, right?
Well, it could be the one thing where you obfuscate what you're doing by having an actual legitimate thing over the top of it. Like, you recruit these people who do not know the plan, and they are there just part of your organization, doing the actual thing, while you in the background are doing whatever you have planned.
So it does bring to question,
Exactly.
so why were you ready to kill for a slap?
Yeah, we're ready to kill for gold.
Well, I mean, you attack the leader, we step in and defend it. It's just how it works.
You're getting the order of events in the wrong order. Stop. I'll turn to away from him and to the rest of the group. I think we go to the Starosta and say, this is what we found. The Trust in Vault 10. This lotion. This man is full of baloney. Speaking of baloney, I still have that sandwich. But she is not going to believe him over us, right? That won't happen. So
It
Instead
could
of-
happen.
could
An
happen.
impartial judge should take into account all witnesses to... I mean, we have killed many people. We've brought back many corpses.
Maybe
Sure, we have
she'll-
a pattern.
So said, perhaps we should try to find this camp before we go back to the Starosta?
I'm
So
also
that-
curious about what is exactly in this lotion that made it have that effect.
Yeah, maybe the
If it-
Starosta
If it had
might-
any other effects.
I am ready to go and look at it. Yes, take it apart and figure out what is in there.
Yeah, maybe the Starosta might have somebody who can analyze it or might be familiar with those ingredients or formulas.
We saw the cart coming up the road a specific way, right? Like from the east coming west to
Correct.
the platform. So I'm gonna guess it's that way. Could I try and follow the cart tracks back to the camp?
Yep. Go ahead and give me a survival check. If you guys want to check the lotion itself, you can give me a nature check.
Can I assist on the survival check?
Yep.
And I'll assist on the nature check because I'm not as good on survival.
If you're assisting, am I rolling at advantage or are we both rolling?
However you want.
You're rolling at advantage.
Use Cranky's D4 that he donated in chat there for 15 on my nature check.
I got a 20 on my nature check, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a 12 on survival.
Okay.
I wanted to help with check out the lotion, so I got an unnatural dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll start with Lysander, Amethyl, and Quince. You guys are kind of pulling apart. There's 10 different jars, right? You each grab one and you're maybe sniffing it, doing whatever you may do to figure it out. And then as you smell it, you get that sense of spicy. So really, really spicy smell.
Is that ginger?
As you look into it a little bit more, it is just pure capsaicin. How I can never say it, but
You got it.
it's just that super concentrated hot spice. And then as you maybe touch a little bit to your finger, and that spot goes numb, and then you knowing the smell with the touch, it's some kind of hot
So
pepper in there.
next to impossible for this to be an accident. With that amount of spice and numbing agent in there, it's not ooh, we accidentally put some in.
Well,
It's
we'll
like
go
the
to-
main.
We're gonna go to Fwylon and Brant. So as you guys, as you both are following the tracks, you walk a little bit with the way the wagon came in. You walk about 500 feet. That looks great, Brant. You walk about 500 feet, and then you see the tracks leave the road, but then you lose them into the brush. So it goes about 500 feet, and then it kind of takes a diagonal northeast trajectory.
Can we kind of figure out where the brush would allow cart passage? Like if the brush is low enough, or
Yeah, it's like prairie grass out there, so you can kind of tell that there's been some tramped down. But then it kind of just fades off as if it almost came back up already.
uh-huh.
But we'll go back to the other three. To answer your question, clearly this ingredient was put in here.
All right. So there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
We have something to give to the Starosta that this is no accident. So
Right.
Everybody give me a
We-
perception check.
It may not
We-
be magical. Hmm?
Everybody do a perception check.
I guess the three, Fwylon and Brant, you guys are pretty far away.
Natural 20.
13.
So total of 21.
18.
You see the person sitting there. Lysander. You see him kind of wiggle his butt a little bit, just to move further away, and then wiggle a little bit more, and then wiggle a little bit more. Almost as if they're just trying to get some distance between them and you.
We can.
Just casually wiggling away.
Just
I will
slowly.
definitely call that out. What are you doing over there?
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
I'm gonna start
I
walking
I
towards
had
him.
an itch.
That didn't look like an itch.
It's on my lower back. I couldn't get it.
Lysander,
Here.
maybe put lotion there so he stops wiggling.
I will take the jar over and I will go over to him.
It's like
Where's the itch?
What is that? What is that? Icy hot?
Calamine lotion.
If you get a sore muscle, this is going to be great.
It just like any point. Do you have him tied up or anything?
I don't think so.
No.
Nobody's suggested to do so.
He kind of just leans back to like his lower back, top of the buttocks. If you would like to put the lotion, but I feel like that may make me uncomfortable, so please.
Don't
don't.
say it.
What's
Um,
on its skin?
Yeah,
It does what it's told.
It does what it's told.
Just sit still, okay? While we figure this out. And I mean, you can't run from us. You will end up like everybody else.
Oh yeah, I mean, just add another murder to your plate, I suppose.
Well, the day is not over. It could happen. And Quint is being like, he's not a murder hobo. He's just kind of being a smartass, but
I think
Maybe-
this person's getting to Brant.
yeah. Good thing he's not here.
Yeah, right.
You
Oh yeah.
are you sure you're not Tip's brother? Yeah,
I don't know a tip, but here's my concern here. Okay, please take me to your Starosta. I don't want to die.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
tried to sell lotion.
Bullshit. Okay, Lysander, maybe we should
Why?
cuff his hands.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
Belle,
wanna
that gif.
I want to tie up his hands and probably bind the feet as well.
I'm not
You
resisting.
can't walk. His feet are bound.
I'm not
Well-
resisting. Why are you tying me up? I'm sitting here. I'm not going to fight you.
I don't
you
believe
want-
that
if
you
you
were
would like
just
to-
itching,
Well,
and I
so
want to
far
make sure
you
you can't get away.
have
It's
been
that
so
easy,
full of it. Yeah.
I mean, if you'd like to murder me, there's nothing I can
No,
do about it. You
We don't
took
want
my
to
weapon.
kill you.
We are agents of the Starosta, and we are taking you in.
He kind of guffaws at that a little bit.
Okay, it is not a joke.
Oh. My apologies then.
I feel like you want to die.
I want to go to the Starosta.
Oh, good.
We will tell our sides of the story.
All right, I'm gonna take Mage Hand out and get a little bit of lotion and just put it on his lips so he stops talking. Just very topical, just a little bit. Not to like
you're going. Shh.
Yeah, just stop.
Well, he's not tied up yet. He's not gonna let you do it. So we're gonna do like a dex check versus whatever mage hand shit you're doing.
Would that be my spell modifier?
I don't know.
my
have a modifier.
Smell modifier?
I would say, yeah, we'll do that because it's.
Or can I make a slide? Would it be sleight of hand with my spell modifier?
I rolled a 6,
I don't know.
So whatever. You roll over a 6.
Well, I rolled a 15 without the modifier. Natural 15.
Yeah, he kind of dodges and you just smack him with it in the face.
Just calm down.
Oh, this really does kind of numb your face.
All right. So I send out.
Shall we go get more evidence?
Oh, we lost Bell. There. Okay.
Welcome back, Bell.
Yes, I will grab like 2 more jars of the lotion just so. Well, and then I'll stash the rest like under a bush or something, just so some kid doesn't come up and grab it. But I'll grab 2 more, and then Lysenda, I think he is all yours, ready to be tied up.
Sure.
He should not give you any lip.
Oh.
And I will try to tie up his hands and his feet.
I could try to convince this poor fellow that it's ultimately for his own safety, but I think that ship has sailed.
He is rather mouthy. Yes.
Well, he lets you tie him up, I suppose.
Let's go see if we can find some more evidence before we go to the Starosta.
What are you doing with the bodies?
Well, I think Brant pulled most of them off the road. I'll finish any that he didn't get to, but yeah, I'd like to just kind of investigate around and see if there's any more handouts that maybe give more information or any,
Okay.
any
Anything
sigils,
useful on the body of the...
any emblems.
Okay. We'll get to that. We'll go back to Brant and Flylang. So you both see the prairie grass kind of trampled a bit, and then you all see it just kind of die. The grass is no longer trampled. It's probably mid-shin to knee height.
All right. Well, we can see what direction it was going when it was trampled, right?
Yeah, northeast for sure.
All right, I'm going that direction.
Okay.
Right behind you.
Okay. How far are you going?
As far as I can before it seems like a cart couldn't fit.
Okay.
Checking the distance to see if there's anything suspicious ahead, of course.
Yeah.
You at a pretty good pace. You walk. Cranky, come on, man. You walk a good mile, 15 minutes, a good pace. It hits a quick patch, like a patch of trees. And you would say at that point, it's a cart would be rough traveling here.
Okay. I am a little sick of this.
I agree. Well, Let's see. Do we see any like damaged like trees or anything where something the cart might have collided with anything?
Yeah, give me a new survival check here.
Okay.
Go ahead and assist.
Oh, okay.
So mine is not amazing.
I'm not rolling too hot. 13.
Right.
Yeah, with that, you can see that there is movement in there. You can't really make out if it's animal, people, but it's not super thick underbrush, so you can traverse through this patch of trees pretty well. And following that path, are you following that path a little bit more?
Yeah, why not?
So you walk another 10 minutes into like the center, and you see a tent. A makeshift canvas tent, just a simple like A-frame.
You know, with our luck, this is not going to be the right tent.
With our luck, they're going to try to kill us.
Hello?
It's empty.
Huh?
Alright.
I'll be the first, and Brant's gonna walk up to the camp and try to like look inside and see if anybody's in there.
Yeah, so it's a pretty small tent, fits one sleeping bag. Outside the tent, you see a small like fire pit and 3 other sleeping bags that don't get tent. But in the tent, you see the same pamphlet and a jar,
What do you know about that?
empty jar.
What the hell? I'm gonna reach over. I'm gonna kind of search around the camp and then see everything I can find. Pull the jar and the pamphlets out and show them to Flyron.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
From both of us?
If you want to assist, one of you could have advantage.
How's your investigation?
I got +4. So.
Okay, yours is one better than mine, so I will assist.
All right. Ooh, good assist brings me to 19.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to you. Okay, so going back to Lysander, Amethyst, and Quince. What are y'all doing?
Well, did we get our investigation looking for any more clues? Did that happen?
I don't think you actually rolled that.
I'd like to.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help with that.
Ooh, I have really good investigation.
It's like a 7.
That's good.
Yeah, am I rolling with advantage?
If you want to.
Okay.
Let's give everybody advantage tonight.
Yeah, you get a. That's a 23.
I only have a +1, but I rolled a 19 on the die, so 20.
23 is going to do it for sure. So you walk around, you look around the bushes, the surrounding area. You find a couple more pouches that are on the people. Maybe they fell off while they were being dragged off the road. You don't find anything really interesting. I would say tents over on the other people. And then all the, I think, scimitars or whatever they had, crappy swords. Dang, another D4. Who's that for, Ty?
Whoever.
You're on mute.
Oh, just whoever rolls next.
Okay.
So me. No, I'm just kidding.
So mean. But yeah, you don't find anything really interesting. You find some pamphlets, maybe torn up in the scuffle, trampled, maybe under some dust. Nothing really.
All right. Yeah, not much. Not much here. We should do our best to maybe, conceal them as much as possible.
I agree.
Sticks over them. Okay, so we'll go back to Flylon and Brant. Searching the tent a little bit. You see in the tent there's like a wooden crate. And it has a lantern on the top. But searching everywhere around, you don't find anything. And then you decide to move the crate, and underneath the crate, you find an envelope with a wax seal. Broken. And I will give you I gotta do some. Hold on, I gotta do some.
Roll 20.
You find a wax seal that looks like that. It's broken.
This is something.
So it looks like kind of 3 diamonds-ish. So this is just the top half of the seal with like some curving spikes going around it.
You would assume it's the top half since it's the envelope flap that would fall down.
Okay. Right. So
the
3
other half fell off.
Okay, so it's the top half of a seal. The top half looks kind of like 3 diamonds or crystals, and then there's like 4 spikes kind of curving up around it. For those following along at home who can't see this.
Oh, that is...
Can we roll something? Arcana, history, something like that?
Give me a history check. I think would be fine.
Sweet.
It
It doesn't matter which knowledge check. I have a +0, but
I've got +1 to history.
oh, but I rolled an 18.
Oh, nice. All right, so
Nice.
don't forget to add the D4 that I redeemed.
Oh,
I was
you don't want
gonna
it?
say, yeah.
No, that's for you.
Oh, sweet.
Good.
Oh yeah.
So dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you've seen this symbol before. It's actually
Sweet.
all over the Empire. So for those of you at home, it is on the screen now. It is all over the Empire. The Dwendalian Empire. So when you first came up
To the surface?
yeah, you did see this. It is for the Cerberus Academy.
Of course it is. It'd have to be. Where else could it be from? Alright, Cerberus Academy. Got it. Cool.
Cool.
So, the Cerberus Academy, I do not know much about them. But, it's a broken seal. Is there like a note inside, or?
Nope, it's empty.
Okay, so it's just like an empty envelope. Got it.
Can I do a history check to see how much Brant would know about the Cerberus Assembly?
It's assembly, isn't it?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
call it the Academy. It's the
It was
Clovis Academy?
Phylon's mistake,
Oh,
not the DM's. Phylon called it an academy.
I think I did too, to be honest. So
No, I
worries.
was
covering
trying
for
to
you.
cover for you.
No, yeah, it's the Clovis Academy and the Cerberus Assembly. I always
Okay.
get those two.
The
mixed up.
Cerberus Assembly.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and give me. You can give me a history check.
that's 16 plus 1, 17.
So what you do know is, did you? What kind of schooling did Brant have?
So Brant mostly, he was mostly raised by his knowledge of the Dwendalian Empire would have come from his parents. His father being one of the Crown's guards, so he would have had a decent amount of Dwendalian Empire knowledge. Other than that, he was raised in Broken Bank.
That's and that's what I remember. Okay, so what you do know is that the Cerberus Assembly is within the Dwendalian Empire, almost as like it's a love-hate relationship that they have, and you know that they're there, but they don't want to be, and that it's not even from beneficial, like, mutual gain. It's not like a symbiote by any means. It's just they're there. And so, I mean, back in the history, they were conquered at some point, and then they've kind of just showed their usefulness to the Empire and decided to, we'll just be here to help, right? So don't kill us. We'll be here to help.
They're like a remnant inside the Empire.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
But what are they? A remnant of what?
They're like their own little government, as far as I know, right? They
What does it control?
well, technically nothing, but I think if I remember correctly, Rexentrim. So they and then basically, I think there was some sort of giant fight. And at the peak of the violence, there was like the assembly was able to like parlay some peace between the two sides, and that's kind of where they started out. Kind of made almost like their own little conclave under the king, sort of. I believe. I read this all so many times, but I can't remember.
That's pretty accurate.
Okay.
But we'll go back. We're going to go back to Lysander, Quince, and Amethyl. So you hear, with your passive perception, you hear the sound of hoofbeats, several, probably 4 or 5, coming from the south. And they're coming very quickly. That is south is where Trust and Bald would be.
Okay. This might be good if they are city guards, maybe.
Hopefully.
Lysander, do you want to conceal yourself, maybe, just in case?
The grifter.
Sure. I mean, will.
Just in case I can be the face here.
Yeah, I'm more than happy not being the face. You said they're coming from the south, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to go hide somewhere up in behind this. This is a big full tree, right?
Yep.
Yep, I'm going to go hide behind it.
All right. I mean, he kind of speaks under his breath. We have done nothing wrong. It's like giving himself some confidence.
Amethyl, what are you doing? You on mute, Amethyl?
I'm going to try to reassure my nervous friend here, and I'm going to cast guidance.
Okay.
Sodom and kind of pat him on the shoulder. It's like, you got this. It's okay.
I will try it.
And that's a D4, right?
Yeah, I think so. Usually I have Brant here with me, but I'll be fine.
We need to change the channel points to cast guidance.
You know what?
There you go.
You got that extra D4, so.
Thank you.
So as you hear the hoofbeats, ooh, Blue Viper, you got a D4. So you got a D8. 2 D4s. We'll give you 2 D4s.
All right.
So as you hear the hoofbeats, they get louder, and then it is like a V of horses. The first one in the front is a very familiar figure, the Starosta.
Oh,
and
good.
then flanked by 4 Crowns Guard.
Good. And I'll kind of, recognizing that it's her, I'll wave her in, you know. Lysander, get out of the tree. It's just a Starosta.
And they quickly approach you. And there's no real niceties here. There's a very serious demeanor, which normally the Starosta has a pretty serious demeanor, but it's a little bit more stern this time. And she hops off the horse and goes, "What?
What did Tip do? What did he do?"
What did you do is the question.
We have much evidence here for you. We were investigating Bilbus.
And we came the guy on the ground go,
No. Don't pay attention to him.
What is wrong with him?
He had
into some bad
sandwich.
Terrible.
I think the egg salad turned. Anyway, so we came here investigating this meeting at dusk, and we found them one of our party members, Froilan, was brave enough to kind of join the crowd. And before we knew it, they turned on her, and we had to defend. We found this, and I'll hold up one of the jars. This seems to be some kind of toxic muscle contracting lotion.
But why are they all murdered? I mean, why
Well,
is
that
everybody
was
dead?
in-
Why is it everybody that you all
Well,
made
not
dead?
everybody's dead. We saved this one. It was self-defense. Like I said, they attacked Froilan, and it was really, we had nothing to do.
And while you're
If it
saying
ma-
that, you hear the guy sitting down go, "It was self-defense." He's pointing to
Well-
him.
Yeah, see, he just said we were in self-defense.
Well, we will, I suppose we will get to the bottom of this.
I mean,
And she points to the 4 crowns guard. Go take care of the bodies, please.
yeah, we've kind of pulled them off the road and stashed the other lotion.
Why are you...
Just-
Are you trying to hide the bodies? I mean,
Well, no, we pulled them off the road.
We didn't want
There
anybody.
were people walking around, and we
Yes.
didn't want to have.
We tried to
oh,
raise-
good. They didn't get
Concern.
murdered too, I suppose.
Yeah, Starosta, we are, you know us better than this. We don't just openly murder people. This was in self-defense. Trust us, we tried to negotiate and figure out.
Well, I will take him with me, and we will take care of the bodies. Please
Do you
continue what
Do you
you're
know-
doing.
Do you know you have a like a crime syndicate pyramid thing called the Trust and Vault 10?
A bunch of people trying to make money is what I've heard. I don't
Well,
know much
Ki-
about them.
It's covered.
it's like yes, it's a cover. They're selling this. I don't know what the ultimate goal was. We are not to that point yet. Hopefully, Brandt and Fräulein will come back with some information. But they were trying to put this out, and one of the theories is you put this on your hands, and then you go numb in your house, and then the Trust and Vault 10 come in and maybe loot the place. I don't know. There's something fishy here.
And
Show her the note.
Yeah, I can't remember who had Bilbus's note. I didn't have it.
I didn't either.
It might be-
There were a
one of
lot
us
of
has
notes in the cart and around, so there's more than just Bilbus's, and they all said the same thing.
Yeah, if there's one
Yeah.
around, I'll grab it and say, yes, this is.
this
I
looks
mean,
like
why would someone have to burn it?
This looks
after
like
reading?
a brochure. So all the stuff in the cart was the brochure to buy
Okay,
the product. And very little information on the Trust of Vault 10. One of you has the notes. No big deal. I'm not. I would assume the one that says "burn, please." Oh, I don't know, but and she puts her hand to her head like, I don't know what to do. There's just been murders after murders here. And it again, I'm not saying you did it, but the coincidence is when you guys showed up, people start dying.
Well, to be fair, I've been in Trust and Vault for a week or two. But
And
You-
Nobis
you know-
died how long ago?
Starosta, I admire you and your position, but it seems like someone has pulled the wool over your eyes.
Well, we will take care of him, and points to the one on the ground.
Well, make sure don't put Tip in charge of the interrogation of this man. He's rather smooth of tongue. He's going to lie. He's going to try to get out of this. So,
Okay, well, we'll deal with this. Please move on before anybody else gets hurt.
Can this be the point where we come back? Or is there more to
you're
do
like
at the
you're
campsite?
like a mile away. Mile
shit, okay.
plus. But we're not done at the campsite, so...
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Starosta,
Oh.
before you go, we plan on coming back to Trust and Vault, and we would like to know what your findings are.
Oh, yes, there will be a thorough investigation. And if we find anything else on the Trust Vault 10 or whatever their silly name was,
Yeah,
we will be handling this
all right.
appropriately. But please, leave before somebody just assumes you did all of this, which I know you did, but less questions.
I feel like you're disappointed in us, and I don't like that.
You know what?
It's
Let's
been a
just
busy
finish
day.
our investigation.
And weren't there 5 of you?
Help
Where's
the
the other 2?
Starosta.
They were following another lead, and you could see like Quinn at this point. There's like a little set of like dejection in his face. He does feel like he let Starosta down a little bit, or at least changed her view of him. So he's
Okay.
a little upset by it.
Okay.
Mhm.
The disappointment gets easier. I'll say quietly to Quinn.
Not
So good.
light and
Emethel's just gonna put her hand on his arm and it's like, reassuring, like it's okay, like she doesn't want to see, Dad upset, kind of a thing. Like it'll be fine. Starosta, we have a lot more investigation to do. I'm sure. Give us an extra day, and this will all make sense. We got this. You've entrusted us. We're on it. And I'm like pulling Quince like towards the direction that the rest of our party went.
Okay, so yeah, you see the 4 Crowns Guard get off and start dealing with some of the bodies. They load up one of the horses with them, and then they load up the cart. And so they kind of hitch one of the horses to the other horses, and we'll go back to the camp. So, Fwylon, what are you doing while Brant is found this letter and you guys are kind of talking about it?
I guess I'll look in the crate.
Yeah, so there's some rations in there. There's a bottle of lotion, the same hand lotion that they've been using. It is opened. So you guys found an empty one, but now you found like a halfway used one. So
Is this the same like potency?
yeah, you can. I mean, you get the strong smell as you kind of
Okay.
investigate it a little bit.
So we haven't found like any normal lotion.
No, I mean this guy's been he's been on his own brand for a while.
Okay. And do we find any way that they were making it?
No, not here. Yeah, you don't see anything here that they're making.
All right. No like personal effects of the people.
The personal
other
effects were so the satchel on the cart that they had. That was the other personal effect that the leader had. Yeah, you can find maybe small bags around here, but there's maybe a change of clothes, like a fire starter.
Anything that identifies them?
No.
Okay.
I
mean, their names.
Again.
We have somebody's name on the permit, I think, but probably.
That's why I grabbed it. With the tensions between the Cerberus Assembly and the Dwendalian Empire, do I think this could be like an attempt to grab more power from the Cerberus Assembly?
Well, knowing
Like,
what you
does this-
know,
yeah.
you could make the assumption. I mean, it's just a wax seal.
Yeah. Is it when I open the letter very carefully, not to disturb the seal? What's inside?
Nothing. It's just the letter, the outside envelope. Travis,
Is-
please
No,
open
I
it.
do keep the envelope, but not the letter.
Is the envelope addressed to anybody?
Nope. Has
No.
no name. It's just an envelope.
If I hold the envelope up to the light, does it look like ink has rubbed off on the inside?
If we squirt the lemon on it, and then
No,
hold it
I'm
to
asking a
candlelight.
serious question.
right on the
I'm not asking if I can read words. I'm just asking, like, did it hold, like, do I see, like, ink or something that would make it seem like they got a message and not, like, I don't know, coins or something?
yeah, that's a fair question. You can't see ink residue in the envelope. There's no words, nothing legible.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you that. I hold it up to the light and I can read the words backwards because they all wrote. No, I just wanted to see if I could
Back
tell
of
if it had like ink residue or something, so that it was like a written message and not something else.
It's the back of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it did have
Knew
ink. It did have ink on it.
Okay. Cool. So let's, I guess, take everything we can. The rest of it, I guess, just leave for some vagrant who needs a place to sleep.
And at this point, it is getting pretty dark. So you all were meeting at dusk. It is now like twilight. So maybe 11-ish. It's hard to tell time.
Okay. I pick up a stick and light it with prestidigitation.
I just hold flame inside of my hand with produce flame.
Oh, well then I don't need to do that. I can
I've
see
got
in
you,
the
don't
dark.
worry.
It was for you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got it. I actually have dark vision as well, so I don't even know why I'm doing it.
Oh, because if you have, even if you have dark vision, it is technically a disadvantage to look in the dark because we can't see colors. So with some light, it should get rid of the disadvantage.
Go and just light up and kind of hold it hovering above where you'd normally hold the torch, just without the torch.
Okay.
This has all been very strange, don't you think, Farlan?
I'm very
Shapeshifters and money schemes.
It's interesting. It's not quite what I'm used to be honest.
This is. I've come across many swindles, but I can't figure out this one. It's very weird, the fact that. What does a shapeshifter who becomes someone in the fields and then comes to say hello to us, to hunt a deer, to clearly, and then fuck off, and then what the hell does it all have to do with each other? Like, what did this Bilbis get into? And not only that, like, the old man seemed to know about all of these things, but there's no candles here, like he described. And then we are finding out there are vampires, like...
Oh, I did not... Did we find out there were vampires? I thought
that's
that was
what
just...
Quince was on about vampires. He's just some out there.
We're talking about this as we walk back, I assume.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I would assume you're heading.
it would have to be somebody shapeshifting, I think, because disguise self it is only about an hour, and that would take a lot of spell power to maintain.
Yeah. So,
Unless it was a hat. Isn't there a hat that can do that?
well, you'd have to be relatively close in size if you're using the hat. Because
I mean, that's not saying that there wasn't another gnome doing it, or a dwarf, or a halfling,
Anyway,
goblin.
absolutely no one who does not notice a peanut butter egg dirt.
Peanut butter egg dirt.
Peanut butter egg. That's right. It's very frustrating.
I agree.
Both of you give me a perception check.
Oh, shit.
Cool. Can't wait for freaky Bilbis to attack us in the night like they did the deer. Perception 12.
17.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to Quince, Lysander, and Amethyl real quick.
Everything is fine, right? We're going right back there because everything is fine.
That's how fine it is. We don't even have to worry about it.
So are you heading? Are you three heading towards where they went? What are you doing now that the Starosta has come in to take over?
Yeah, knowing that she's kind of pissed off, I would want to move towards closer to meeting up with the other two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That just seems wise, you
I'll
know.
follow his lead.
you have no idea where they went. So you know they were trying to follow the wagon tracks.
Yeah.
It is getting dark, so.
Well,
I can see no problem, but
Amethel, how about we maybe set up some torches here so they can see us as we wait? I don't feel comfortable going in, and I cannot believe she was so upset. Like we did the right thing.
well, you know, it looks bad, but it looks bad. for anybody who wasn't here and
True,
didn't
true.
see it, circumstantially. But yeah, if you want, I can cast. I can make a small hut for us, like I did that one time. When we were scoping out the death dogs, I can make one of those, and we can just stay here while we wait for the others to return, because it's late. And I'm mostly tapped out. I know I need to rest before I'm going to be much more use. Does that sound good, or?
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to gather some stuff to make a torch, just so that they can see us.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start casting, ritually casting for Lehman's tiny hut while you're doing that.
Okay.
I'll help with a couple of extra torches too.
Okay, so how far away are you from the Starosta?
However far we could go to where we know they may be turned off, or
It was a couple 100 feet, so it was like
okay,
a little more in a football field.
yeah. So yeah, I would go to the point where we know that they went. Like as far as we can go without going,
That's fair.
going too far.
Yeah.
And off the road, 10, 15 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet,
Okay.
30 feet.
30 feet. 40 feet. Okay, Dwight.
So we're not directly in those crossroads.
How many people does it take to get hurt? 1, 2.
Two.
So, are you out of earshot of? Is that how far you're trying to go?
I would imagine if we're a football field, that's 300 feet. And it'd be hard to hear like normal conversations.
Okay. Well, you see the Crown's Guard, all of them getting the bodies, and they're finishing up. They're doing it pretty quickly. And then you see the Starosta put the cultist, air quote cultist, on her horse behind her, and they head back into town. Okay, and we'll go back to Fwylon and Brant. Brant, you hear a chatter, so talking. You can't make out the voice, but there's several.
Brent's just gonna hold up his hand and kind of like kind of the duck down and then go like this, and then he's gonna kind of point to the direction that the voices are coming from.
Straight
He's gonna extinguish the flame from his hand, and then he's like, he's going to just nod. He's like, I'll be about 15 feet behind you.
Well, I suppose I shall sneak in the direction that I was pointed.
So
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Brand is gonna manifest his echo, and put it 15 in front of her, so that way there's one branch on either side, 15 feet.
Did we determine if the echo has like a faint glow to it?
It does not. It's completely made of shadow, lacking all all visual and everything like that. I looked it up. It doesn't give off fire. I was a little disappointed, but yeah, it's just
19.
a shadow.
19. Yeah. So perfect. So you're kind of in rolling hill like plains, and there's small patches of trees that you just went in one to find the camp. You see as you kind of come up to a hill and the voices that Brant heard, you see several, like 30 orcs talking and sitting around a campfire. They do have a banner. You can't really make the banner out from where you're at. So they're about 200 yards. But you can see the faint glow of the fire. And on the plains, there's not really like a wind break or anything. So a sound break. So voices carry. So you can hear them. You can't understand what they're saying, though.
Not even if I spoke orc, I don't. I'm just...
You did say that they're orcs?
100%, yeah.
They're do they look like a war band or like just a bunch of orcs coming to the festival?
Hard to tell at night, so they aren't wearing armor at the moment. But they do have like wargs with them. There's some goblins with them.
Okay, I have to ask because normally I don't play in universes where they're default evil. Are they default evil?
No, orcs are not default evil, to be clear.
Okay.
And I also don't play that kind of game. That's why I say you can't tell if they're a warband or not. But they do have a warg with them, and they do have goblins with them. So
just one warg?
In Trust Involved, there are half orcs, there's orcs, there's, there's a wide variety of people, of humanoids of whatever, right? And so it's not abnormal to see orcs.
And they could just be coming for the festival.
Wargs are typically pretty
just big fluffy dogs.
they'll give you a hug for sure.
A big toothy hug. Do any of the wargs have 2 heads?
No.
Or more?
You said it can't make out the banner?
There's a banner, but you can't make it out. Correct.
They're 200 yards away, so pretty far.
Yeah.
Does anything?
Football.
I guess there be any interaction that Brant would have had with his time as a Lezo to give an idea of what orc warband versus orc roving tribe?
You get the idea that there's not too many, like, as said before, there's not like really evil orc warbands here in Wildemount.
Yeah. Okay.
But you've heard stories across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell, so.
Well, that was... do you think people used the lotion, then they're subdued, and then this was the plan here? Do they have anything to do with each other? This is crazy.
If we could see Zabanos, that might help. What? So you said this was like rolling hills.
Yep.
If we were to try and approach, is there any way to not be seen, or is it like...
It's dark. Grass is shin to knee high.
Right. My invisibility was used. I'd have to sleep.
I mean, there is a way you can. You rolled a pretty good stealth check, so we would just keep that.
Just sort of elbow crawl.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. I guess I'll elbow crawl 600 feet. Not that far.
Yeah, so you get pretty close, and you do see that there are several weapons that have blood stains on them.
Okay.
There are mysterious meats about.
What's on the banner?
The banner specifically. I will post that to you.
Okay.
It is a bleeding eye.
Oh, that's familiar to me, but does Fwylon know what that is?
Oh,
yeah. I doubt it. I don't think. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think she gets a lot of those kinds of people under the ocean.
I mean, if Belle is familiar with it, I can say it's from Tal'Dorei. I don't know if you've ever been to Tal'Dorei.
No.
Yeah, so I don't think you would...
Personally and Fwylon, neither have been there.
Well, yeah, right. Well played. I don't think... Brant, you've never been there. I know Quince is from Tal'Dorei. But as a Celezo, you've only been on the Menagerie Coast, right?
Broken Bank specifically. So the big port between the two, though. I would have. That's how I met Quint.
You would have some knowledge, so you could, if Fwylon wants to relay what they're seeing, you could.
This is army crawl back 600 feet. I am covered in mud that I just have to like press the digitation off myself as I explain to you what I saw.
A bleeding eye. I've heard stories of a bleeding eye.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check as well.
Lots of blood stains on the banner and on the weapons, which is honestly not very good for weapons, as far as I know.
Well, with my 10, we'll see what I know.
You know it's from Taldori. You can't place exactly where you saw it.
Oh, man, there's something from Tildor. We should ask Quince. He would know. He's from there. Scheiße. You'd think this would be not a smart thing to do to attack the festival, and they don't. I don't know of any reason that they would even. God, I miss this sea.
When we find out what that eye means, we can maybe determine their motivations. It could just be coincidence. Who knows? We've had so many weird things going on.
This is true. All right, so back to the rest.
Yep.
All right.
Carefully.
Very carefully.
Just like getting the mud off myself.
Yeah, you guys are you all are far enough away that you move a little bit quicker.
I'll give you guidance. I keep forgetting I can do that.
All right.
No stealth checks. They can't hear you. You're good as long as you're not talking or yelling.
Flavor-wise, I'm giving guidance.
Okay.
Thank you. It's armor or stealth, and I made my choice.
I understand. As someone who has eaten the dirt in our last few encounters, armor seems good.
That reminds me. It's still to talk to Gwen. So. It was impressive, but it hurt like a motherfucker.
In fairness, I did the same thing to you in the fight before, so I cannot fault him for it.
And I swear, it was just enough, because I was like, oh, I'm going to stand through this. Nope. And then I was falling over.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I take the damage so you all don't have to. But I just want to know what the hell he did. This was not magic I have seen before.
I'm feeding some of the rations to Puppy as we walk, the ones I got out of the box.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty friendly at this point.
It goes to reach out, realizes does Puppy lick scratches?
I do not know.
All right, well...
Let's wait. We need a little more time to train.
Yeah.
I've had him for less than, or maybe her for less than a day. So
Puppy seems to like you very much, so that is something.
I've worked with crabs; they're a bit similar, but I would like some time to, train with Puppy before I can say confidently that they would like scritches.
Oh man, just curious, have you ever had fasuka fish?
It's probably maybe by a different name.
It's one of the things I miss about home. The seafood. They don't have it here. They have all of these just heavy meats and potatoes and things. I'm missing that light, delicate flavors that we have on the coast.
I like squid. With the little squid.
The ones that are like small on a stick, and then.
Yeah, they're more like snacks because they don't have a whole lot of, nutrition to them, but they are very, this is like you can't stop eating them.
So true. Oh man, I like to take there's this very spicy flavor we put on them and then rub them and then rotisserie them. It takes way longer than it is worth, but it is delicious.
We just saw a giant warband probably. Now we're like, and then you can just eat those tiny squid like chips as you go. Yeah. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Welcome to brand. He's like, well, something or not, I'm not going to worry about it. You know what it is.
Vince will tell us.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're all doing great. Nothing's gone wrong back at camp.
Well, I would say
doing anything stupid like trusting just anyone who walks up. I wouldn't do that.
I would say at this point you guys reconnect when Quince is out looking for torches with Lysander and Amethyls, ritually casting Amethyls' amazing yurt.
I love that. That's what I'm going to call it now.
Where's
what took you so long?
Well, it's a very long story.
We decided to post up here. Emethel has a yurt ready for us.
Oh, and you've just decided to let the...
I showed off proudly.
I'm liking this. This is nice.
Where's the captive?
We have some very bad news.
Oh.
What's sad news?
We had a visit from the Starosta. And she is
And
not
about
happy.
4 crowns guards.
What? Is
Yeah,
this Starosta?
She called us murderers. She's
Huh?
not happy. We told her the whole story.
How did she
Hold
know
on.
we were out here?
I forgot to ask that question.
Beyond that, how did she even have time to come out here? She's been cloistered up the entire time we've been here. Why there suddenly she is now traveling?
That is what I thought.
Right.
But,
Maybe somebody saw and reported. I mean,
Well, is
we saw that
that-
one person that turned around.
And they were on horseback, so I mean, they could make much faster ground.
But it is still unusual for her to come out and not just the Crown's guards.
Personally,
As she's been, that was surprising to me.
No, you do realize... that's okay. We will go talk to her later.
We said we would come back and, whatever we find out here, we would come in and give to her.
All right. Well, in our little jaunt, we found 2 things. We found a letter with a broken seal that looks like it was part of the Cerberus Assembly seal on the envelope. And then I will let Fwylan tell you the other part.
well, Brant heard that there were some people talking, and we went to check it out. And I guess because the planes carry sound very well, there was a large group of 20, 30 orcs, maybe 40 with a warg, and some goblins out on the plains. So I snuck close. And addressing Quince directly, does a banner with a bleeding eye mean anything to you?
Give me Chris, you can give me a history check with double advantage.
Oh shit!
No, just advantage.
What?
I believe there's a D4 out there
Secret
too.
double.
see if
Secret
I need
double
it.
advantage.
Yep.
Secret.
I rolled 2 5s,
For God's sake.
but I'm gonna use the D4 that I think Blue Viper donated.
Yep.
Yes.
You still have that.
A viper.
So that's a 3. So that's 8 plus 7.
Ooh, 16.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, hey.
Yeah. So what is that? That's 15. 15.
What you do know is that is the sigil of a god called the Ruiner.
Well,
Is the
That sounds
nickname
fun.
you know them by.
Fun.
You have seen the Ruiner.
I'm sorry.
That is...
That's a fun name.
Ruiner of what?
I have not cared to find out. I can't say I've had a conversation with him, but in some of my studies in Asmodeus, some cross references made to the Ruiner. Not good. They are quite violent.
Marcel, do you know?
Question.
But-
Do I know anything about this?
They are mostly from Taldori, or back where I am from. Why would they be here? In inland.
Amethel, what schooling do you have?
I'm blanking on the name, but she went to the my gosh, those halls in the Elvish settlement. There was one dedicated to Coralon. I was trying to find it because I'm having a blank. It's on this continent. We have it somewhere. I gave it.
Achoo,
Oh,
achoo.
excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't hit the mute fast enough.
That was
Is it the
There's
Hall
a
of
Clovis-
Erudition?
AC.
Clovis Concord.
Yes, the halls of Verita. Yes.
Erudition. Okay. Yeah. So
Yes.
I would say you. Yeah, let's do it. So let's do a religion check.
Okay. Oh, to do. That is a 22.
You do know this. So you've studied this at the Halls of Erudition, where being even part of this, your religion that Amethel believes in is, I believe it, if I remember correctly, it's not one of the main ones that is okay in the Dwalian Empire.
I mean, the Moonweaver is her path, but good to know about other things that are out there.
Yeah, right. And so you've learned of the other ones that are not okay. And I'll DM you a tidbit here.
I'm excited.
This is like a critical role. Whisper.
Secrets.
Ho ho ho!
You're getting a whisper.
Don't forget, this episode is brought to you by Skull Splitter Dice and DM Emporium. Go ahead and check them out online right now. Use those discount codes and get yourself 10% off. Get yourself, some percentages off. Also, get yourself some dice. Get yourself some nice rolling trays. Get yourself a
New swag.
intriguing horn. I don't know how many times I can say it before I'm going to buy one, because I'm just kidding. Mine's already on the way. It's a wonderful, beautiful time. I can't wait for you to see what you have next to make your game just a little bit better. Okay. Brand's dice.
All right.
Commercial over.
Team Emporium.
Sent it.
Bam.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at that. Question. Would she share this with the group?
That's your call.
Hey, so I think Emethel's got a look on her face. Oh, and she normally tries to take life pretty, lighthearted. It's all about experience and adventure. And she's got this look on her face that says, "This is not good." So
Amethel, we can all see it. What's happening?
Well, I've not encountered them myself before, but I know a little bit, and what I know. Well, okay, so
I know it's not good, and I only know that much.
Well, okay, so how all the different gods and goddesses, there are things that they believe, there are things that they teach their followers, the things that the creed is all about, right? Well, with him, it's all about pushing their devotees to devour the world. In Taldore is this group called the Ravagers, and these are the most dedicated followers that this entity has, and they're a chaotic band, just chaos, band of orcs and goblins, and they go out of their way to slaughter innocent people in the name of their god.
So basically, how the Starosta feels about us now.
Seriously, how bad was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
Well, that mom look that says, "I'm not angry, I'm just really disappointed," and how that makes you feel even worse. There was that.
Yes. But that I believe that will probably be pinned, and she will be more concerned once we tell her about these ruiners, right? These.
If
I
it
mean,
was
which-
her,
Yeah.
What do you mean if it was? And Quince will kind of like shake his head, forgetting that there's some shape shifting going on. Ah, that is right. For a moment in time, I forgot that we were dealing with.
too much.
too much. What direction were these people traveling?
They're in the north.
This band. Were they heading towards us? Are we safe here tonight, or do we need to go?
Oh, decidedly not. No, we should definitely sleep inside the city, in my opinion.
There were camps for the night, but
okay.
got back here. I mean, they're like at 2 hours outside the city, aren't they? Like at most. Yeah, they're 2 hours march outside the city. There are only 30 or 40 of them, but they are a danger to everyone around them.
We might want to go give warning to Trustenwald if that is the case, that they move at first light. We don't want to. I mean, if we are sitting on this information and they go and attack, shame on us.
Is the Vows of Worlds literal? Yeah. Is that literal?
Say that one more time.
Is the Vows of Worlds literal?
Like, they're going to eat us.
There was a lot of just meat, like out there. So I'm asking.
I don't know, Dungeon Master. What would Amethyal's answer be?
Was it a deer?
I could not tell.
I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it depends on how people interpret.
It's called baloney. A little bit of everything.
There's just a bunch of hot dogs in there.
I mean,
I'm just here to tailgate and cook out before the festival.
I mean, think about it. If you're really fanatical and you want to take things extremely literally.
Great.
Wonderful.
Well,
So is that a cult? Yes, it's a cult. Fantastic. I'm excited. Let's go talk to the Starosta. If she was up and out, then she will still be up.
Yes, Amethyst, I appreciate this hut, but I would not be able to sleep if we stayed here.
No, it's too bad we killed the
I
other
understand.
people. That there are 10 people outside of the city. They could go recruit.
As long as I have a chance and sort of recharge, I'll be actually worth more to us in the morning if we have to deal with these ruiners, ravagers.
No way that the 5 of us could take on 40 of them if they are truly fanatical. But
right, and
we will need rest anyway.
But I do agree that it would be interesting to see if the Starosta is actually back in her office. If she thinks that she's not left, she might be surprised to hear that we just had a conversation with her in the woods.
Yes, I think that is good.
Yes.
Also, bad pitch. Maybe we just leave town. Things are not that bad.
I cannot. If you choose that way out, I suppose I would understand.
It is a joke. No, there is too many innocents here to be left to die.
I did not know.
All right.
So, nice to know you. Very quiet.
He's thinking about baloney.
Not everyone thinks it's nothing.
I've been thinking about a lot about the Starosta showing up. And if somebody was able to turn into Bilbis, I don't know that I'm convinced that was actually the Starosta anymore.
I mean, but she had 4 other Crown's guards with her.
If one of them can turn, why couldn't
true.
multiple of them turned into the guards?
She had 4 people in Crown's Guard's armor. Do you know the Crown's Guard?
It is something we can figure out when we speak to the Starosta.
This is true.
Let's do it.
It's true. But
And they may have been real Crown's Guards, just believing that was the Starosta.
That's very possible.
But Good
How
news.
can I be so naive?
Good news is this is where we're going to end it for tonight. Leave everybody with some conspiracy theories.
Sweet.
Have a week to think about it. We will
I'm gonna
come
have
back
a list of questions.
next week.
So many questions.
Think about what's going on. I want to say thank you everybody for playing tonight.
Think about your life choices.
I'm so glad we got
bad.
with the small technical issues we had. We got through it, and
We overcame.
we're
Yeah.
here. We're playing. It was a great session.
Yep.
Definitely.
And thank you all, chat, for hanging out. Con, Cranky, everybody else hanging out with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We will be back here next Wednesday to figure out what the heck is going on there.
Hopefully.
As this whole thing opens up, it's like all of these strings are ready to be pulled on. You just gotta figure out
gosh.
where they all lead.
I'm so excited.
Yes, finally.
But that's until next time. So come hang out with us. If you're new here, hit the follow button. We appreciate it. We are on the push for partner. Again, marathon. We're just training. We're doing the couch to 5K right now, I think is what it's called.
I like it.
But we're trying.
Yeah.
So come hang out with us. If you're in podcast YouTube land, give a review. Tell us what you think. It's how we get better. Leave a comment in YouTube land. If you're in any of those, come hang out with us on Twitch. We're live every night. We try and interact with chat as much as possible. Even though we don't say it on screen, we type, we're here, we're in the chat, we're having fun. So yeah, be sure to come hang out with us there. If you want to come play with us, hang out on our Discord. We have constant new campaigns opening up. We also have new one-shots being posted every other week. So again, not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after, we have another Uncaged anthology. Gonna fail the name, so I'm not even gonna try it.
From the forest they fled.
Yes, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it.
There are 2 open spots for that currently. So if you
2
want
open
to
spots.
Get in there.
Get your names in there. Join us. Hang out.
Do it.
Do it.
Make a character named Bilbus and confuse everyone.
Bilbus.
Bad idea.
Bilbus isn't done, y'all. Bilbus is not done. So,
Good.
but again, thank you. This is where we're gonna end it. We appreciate it. Hang out. Be good. Stay safe. Wear a mask, and keep your other friends safe. And check in on everybody. Make sure everybody's still doing well.
Yes.
Don't get confused that we're through the dark, because we're not. It's still a very trying time for everybody. Check in on your friends. Make sure everybody's still doing well. So with that, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Stay safe.